What's up, guys? It's Champ here, and welcome back to the channel. We're starting a new book in the choices series on my channel. So hit that like button, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. And let's hop into it. Our new book is called Main Character Energy, Chapter 1. I'm sounding out like choices MC myself. The acrid smell of bad coffee fills the early morning air as all around you commuters hurry to catch their trains. You catch your reflection in the window of a passing train. Despite being exhausted AF, you're looking good. But even with your own workday on the horizon, your mind is locked on one thought. I can't believe I stayed up all night finishing that book. Now, what am I supposed to read on my way into work? Luckily, your prayers, melodramatic complaints are answered by the bookstore inside the station. The 6:14 a.m. train to downtown will be arriving in 7 minutes. Gotta make this quick then, let's see. You navigate to your favorite section, scanning titles with the practice efficiency of someone who's blown through his book budget. No, read that one, hated that one. Pretty sure the author is actively trying to torture the readers. Your internal excitement fades as you find nothing new, and with time winding down, you wave over a handsome young clerk in a bow tie. If you know, you know. Can you help me? I need something good to get me through the day. I'll take anything. I'm desperate. How about as he reaches for a romance novel featuring a shirtless werewolf wrestling an equally shirtless vampire, you grab his wrist. Not that desperate. Why don't you tell me what kind of story speaks to you? As you imagine your perfect book, excitement makes the world come rushing out. Words. I'm so tired of the daily grind. Every day is train work, train, sleep, repeat. I want sword fights, epic quests, heart-pounding missions. With every word you imagine yourself fighting an unknown enemy, you grab a book before slashing out with your weapon. Ow! The clerk cries, pain. Bring you back to reality, and he rubs the back of his head. You shove the book, the heavy tome, back onto the shelf. Whoops, sorry. I'll take it you don't get any of that excitement in your day-to-day life. Are you kidding? Aside from my books, the only thing that's raised my heart rate recently is checking my account balance. The clerk studies you, his eyes wide in wonder. You're the real deal, aren't you? A true bookworm. Yeah, you can say that. I'd say I am, but I guess I have to go without it for a while because everything here just isn't it. For a split second, you notice a mischief glint in his eye. Then he holds out a hand to you. I might have something you like. Can I just borrow your phone for a second? You hand it over, but when he hands it back, there's a new app installed on your phone. You frown at the screen. Choices stories you play. This isn't what the mysterious clerk is gone. When you lift your head, you seriously hope he didn't just install a virus on your phone. I can't worry about that now. I have a desk job to offer my soul up to. Hours later, after a grueling shift of sitting on your ass and typing away at a keyboard, you're finally home. Unfortunately, you're still not sure what to read. You sigh and drum your fingers on your coffee table board. Stupid bookstore guy wasting my book shopping time. Adventure would die back into choices now. But as you grumble, a notification pops up on your phone. You select it, intrigued. Your phone is buzzing like crazy. Alright, I forgot that Wordo installed an app on my phone. You scroll through a colossal of adventure books, horror novels, 17 plus romance, drama, 100 chapters. Are you kidding me? I just hit the jackpot. But it's not until you come across a book called Blades of Light and Shadow that you open it and begin to read. A question arises. The first question, the most important question: who are you? Buddy, I can answer that for all the diamonds and the. Suddenly, the world around you starts to darken and blur. Your permit vanishes. The laws of gravity cease to apply. Oh my god, oh god, oh god, what's happening? As you fall through space and time somewhere in reality, your phone falls to meet the cushions of your suddenly empty couch. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing in a forest clearing many miles away from your grubby apartment. All around you, people in elaborate fantasy costumes battle grotesque creatures, and you will yourself to wake up. This has to be a dream. But as you stare in shock, for an enormous beast, half deer, half owl, literally terrifyingly charges straight for you. What in the sweet love of watch out? A beautiful woman leaps between you and the creature her hands glowing with golden light. The creature rears back, and as the woman helps you to your feet, her companions step up to challenge the beast. You just saved my life. I don't know how to thank you. You trail off realizing you don't know her name. I'm Nia, and the light guides us to help those in need. I'm just glad I reached you in time. Wayward warrior, owlbears are no laughing matter. That's true. A mighty squall sounds from nearby, and you turn to look at the three other warriors fighting nearby. Hate to break up the introductions, but we could use some help here. Mel's right. Please help us. Even an untrained hand can make a difference. You turn to watch as Mel flips and dodges with unnatural grace, his daggers finding weak spots in the creature's hide. Ha! On second thought, I could take this thing down by myself. Don't get too cocky, Mel. A blue man with pointed ears and hands that glow with arcane energy launches bolts of magic. Your arrogance is truly astounding. And a mighty green one cleaves an axe through the air with deadly precision. Come on, boys. We've got better things to do than bicker, don't we? I'm not sure what gave you the impression that it was. This is all very real. Well, where I come from, giant owlbears don't pop out of the woods and go for your throat. Your realm sounds like a very peaceful place indeed. But less, I would go that far. We live in the constant fear of an entity known as the IRS. But Neo, what are you hoping I break to the team? Because unless the open position is bait, I'm pretty unqualified. It's time to choose your first skills. Who the hell said that? I didn't hear anything. Skills will help you conquer challenges, befriend allies, and unlock special scenes. Choose wisely. You tense up looking around for the mysterious voice. Nothing happens. What was that about? Skills? Sorry, just had to check with management. Unfortunately, the UI you're using doesn't support the use of skills at this time. So what? I'm just screwed? We're confident you'll come up with something fan-freaking-tastic. I said fan-freaking no, not freaking. I meant, unfortunately, the ratings of this book does not support the use of that word. Will you shut the freak up and let me think? Owlbears are carnivores, beasts. No, carnivorous beasts with great strength and limited intellect. They fear fire and are easily startled. And between Mel, Tyrrell, Imtura, and I, you'll have plenty of help. Yeah, but the only help I will last from is you, Nia. With that, you're tied into the fray, and with no time at all, the beast charges at you again. Oh, come on. Nia. You remember Nia's words about the beast being easily startled? Nia, we need to make some noise. Understanding dawns on her eyes, and she sends a beam of light into the branches above your head, railing them. Hey, over here! The sudden cacophony of noises disoriented the operator, making it back away in confusion. It was well done. That was incredible. You guys do stuff like that every day? More or less. More or less. You must be a warrior sent by the light to help us. Your clothes, your sudden appearance through a portal. Or he's a spy. Look at him, cleaner than any warrior I've ever seen. I wasn't sent by anyone, and I'm not a spy. This is gonna sound crazy, but I was reading an app called Choices, and suddenly you explain your situation, and as you speak, the group exchanges meaningful looks. This is troubling. Magic that can snatch people across realms bears investigation. What I need is a way back. The key to the Vault of Allura is said to bridge realms. If that's true, then the Shadow Court will be after it too. Ah, great. Do the Shadow Court again. Even so, if we can reach it before the Shadow Court, it might be your way home. That's a big if. And it's not exactly like the road there is paved in sunshine and rainbows. Wouldn't expect it to be. The land rat managed to hold his own in a fight. As long as he can hold his strength, that's a good enough ally in my eyes. But first you'll need proper protection. We can't have you fighting in whatever those strange garments are. She just threw your modern clothing and looking around, you can't help but feel a little underdressed. Why don't you try this on? And Tora retrieves an outfit from her pack and holds it over and hands it over to you. You gawk at it. How did this happen to be in my size? And Tora exchanges confused looks with the others, stunned by what you thought was a simple question. In fact, it was. It just is. I never really thought about it before. Kid never asked any of these questions when we offered up new armor. Far be it for me to look a gift orc in the mouth. You'll be better protected from danger if you dress accordingly. The attire you have on would disintegrate under a single flicker of flame. Great. Sounded great. Okay. Protect your vitals in this sixth set of armor. Taking the armor, you step behind a tree and hurriedly change into it. You flex your arms, feeling the leather cling to your skin. Immediately, you feel more secure, not just squishy. Sorry. Medieval chick isn't my usual style, but I have to admit, this actually feels great, like I belong here. Though I have to ask, why were you carrying extra armor anyway? As you set off on the path to the temple, Mel leads the way, eyeing you warily over his shoulder. We brought it for a friend of ours who disappeared right when you showed up. As a matter of fact, that can't be a coincidence. What's your friend name? Maybe I know them. It's you and your party venture forth traveling until you arrive outside a ruined temple. The ancient building looms. Wait, pause. How did we get here? What do you mean? We just spent 3 days walking. 3 days? Walk? 3 days? What? No, I mean, we were just talking about your friend and then it all went black and your, your companion stared at you like you're speaking in tongues. You sigh. Forget it, let's talk temple. Yes, we must focus. The temple of Aurora is dangerous. There's no telling what may lie inside. As we were saying, the ancient buildings loom ominously before you. Better watch out, the powerhouse squad is coming through. Would have chose a better squad name, but I'll take it. Ha, I like your attitude. Powerhouse has a nice ring to it. Let's get to work. Oh, too. You enter the temple grounds, the ruins faintly illuminated by the sun reaching through the cracked ceiling. Across the courtyard, you spot a large stone column patrolling the grounds. What is that? And why do I kinda wanna hug it? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. It's the temple guardian. Hug it and we'll have to wipe your remains off the floor. It's just one column. Stand back and let me smash it. I say sneak around it. Who knows how strong it is or what else lies deeper in the temple. Maybe we can offer it something, a boon of some kind to placate it. Relax, guys. I know exactly how to handle this. I'll try to sneak the scandal column. Stick out the phone. This is one of those problems that's just best to avoid. Discretion is a better part of valor, or something like that. I'm glad someone sees reason. Fine, take the boring route. See if I care. Don't worry. There's never a shortage of danger for long. But following Mel's lead, you wait for the Guardian to patrol away, then sneak into the temple. This feels so cool, like I'm like a secret agent. Mel shoots you a suspicious look. You raised your hands. Mel, come on, dude. Fingertips, I swear. I'm really not a spy. Sounds like something a spy was like, oh, but Mel. You progress deeper into the temple and discover a hallway flanked by large gemstones on either side. These diamonds are designed to ward the hall from intruders. There will be a trigger around. There should be a trigger around here. There will be a trigger around here somewhere. So watch your step. but all the cobblestones look the same. Just walk lightly like a jewelry thief, or like it's midnight and I'm walking to the fridge without disturbing my roommate. You say many strange words, my friend. You take one step forward and the stone under your foot immediately sinks. Booby trap? Oh my god, really? It'd be like that. The diamonds around you light up and the fire magic beams at the party. You quickly duck to the ground as a hot ray of light passes over your head. What did I just say? Not the Now's not the time to victim blame. We should blame the trap and whoever built it. There's the real enemy here. I remember that while dodging from my life. A beam of light glances across your chest. The leather armor you're wearing absorbs the impact. Okay, real glad I changed into this. The armor will certainly help, but it won't stop you from being incinerated. Tread carefully. The party weaves through beams and leaps behind rubble as they dodge the rays of light. Get to the end of the hall. Adrenaline courses through you as it sinks in. This is a bona fide life or death situation. When I told that sketchy clerk I wanted adventure, I didn't mean it this literal. You worm your way across the floor, hoping the gym doesn't turn you again. If I die in this world, do you think I'll teleport back? I don't think it works that way. Do you want to find out? That's a big no. No. Suddenly, the gym fires a beam at you. Ah, great. Duck. You leap up off the floor just as the laser beam hits below you. Let's move. Let's get out of here. You dive down the hall, avoiding the laser beams as the party reunites with you out of the laser's range. Is everyone alright? Never better. You think for once one of these old ruins would have traps that don't work. Yeah, but in my experience, though, you deal with this often, fairly, and we're not done yet. You run through the temple until you arrive at the hole across it, an artifact embedded in the wall. How bad is the danger this time? More lasers, ogres, a giant man-eating spider, ogres, sorry. The body takes a few steps forward and feel it. Miyasama. Tiro raises his hand, casting a protective barrier over the party. The power in this hall saps life from everything around it. Stand in it too long and it drains us until we die. That's great to know. Weird, I don't feel anything. We look around the party and see the weariness set in even under Till's particular spell. Oh, with us until we pass through. Save your magic till I'll protect us. Nia casts her own protective spell. You stick your hand into the nearest but feel unaffected. The last man is shorter. You don't need to pay this price. Don't be so stubborn. When when has he not been? Okay, now you only know me for like what 10 to 15 minutes? I have an idea. Suddenly take off down the hallway, unbothered by the heavy miasma in the temple, in the air. Damn it! Don't be a hero. But you're fine. You make it to the end of the hall in the sweat and reach for the artifact. Last time we had this, Greek was in it. He was in it this time. The miasma around the hole dissipates. There wasn't word out there. That wasn't so hard. Why would you do something so reckless? You could have been hurt. Thank you, Mia. Mm, I'm not sure why, but the ick in the air doesn't affect me. There must be something about the magic from your world, or the complete lack of it. Still putting yourself in danger to grab the artifact was brave. Thank you. You're welcome. Let's not get too chummy. We should keep going. You make your way to the end of the temple where you find a sealed off chamber. To your surprise, your companions all sit around the room. You hold out your hands in a gesture of pure what the hell? Hello? Aren't we supposed to be finding the key of what their name? The key to the vault of Alara? No, we haven't forgotten in the past 5 minutes. The key itself should be located just behind this door, but the door won't open until the sun is low on the horizon. That sounds like good to wait. Got it, more magic BS. So now we wait. Grab a seat. It's gonna be a while. You sit between Nia and Athora, figuring they probably trust you more than the other two. Silence stretches his. I'm bored. Can't we, I don't know, play dice or something? Fresh out of dice, sorry. But if you want a way to kill some time, how about a fighting lesson? That's a wonderful idea, Endora. Who knows what dangers may await Tiliwa in his future. It certainly wouldn't hurt to give him some means of defending himself. Yeah, and I'm interested to know what Tiliwa can do. Hmm. Wouldn't it be cool too? Okay. You hop to your feet and curl your hand into fists, flexing your muscles. Yes, right. I could stand to learn some stuff about fighting and everything and whatnot. Teach me how to use a big ass axe or throw daggers or not so fast learn rap. You need to learn how to crawl before you can walk. Enter. You know who I am. You know me. In a different universe, in a different timeline. We'll go over the basics of hand-to-hand combat. I'll make a hard hitter out of you yet. Or we can teach him how to fight with finesse. He's not exactly built for heavy lifting. Actually, you don't need to be built like a thoroughbred to actually do that, but I digress. I'll show you how to be light as a cat on those feet of yours. Enter. I know I'm not a big strong orc, but I like to learn how to hit like one anyway. See yourself. He's all yours, princess. Last time you caught her there, she's starting to kill you, Mel. And Dora huffs and rolls her eyes, then grins at you, stepping in close. Her strong hands squeeze your upper arms. First things first, blocking. Stopping a hit is more important than landing one. Hey, tell me about it. She slides her hands down to your forearms, then lifts them to a 90-degree angle to protect your head. Both arms up. Keep that pretty face of yours safe. Am I suffering from romance novel brain rot, or is this kind of sexy? Until goes over the basis of blocking a hit, circles you and circles you and checking your phone as you go. Make a fist for me, Leonard. You curl your hand into what you personally think is a decent fist. Apparently not in dermatitis. You'll break your hand if you throw a punch with that thing here. Your pulse races when the thumb takes your hand and corrects the placement of your fingers. Yeah, the brain rot is real enemy. As the two of you trade very weak blows, for the first few minutes you start to feel more confident about defending yourself. Not half bad, Leonard. You'll be able to protect yourself from this threats at least. When you part, you feel hot under the collar. That was way sexier than a simple training session had any right to be. I can't tell if I'm relieved it's over or disappointed that we're still touching. Okay, no more. Or I'm gonna have to put myself in jail. Well done, Tallulah. Whatever comes next, you now have a foundation to protect yourself. Hopefully there is no next. I'm really thinking on that key taking me back to my world. Something tells me it's not gonna take you back to your world just yet. since it's the first chapter. That's the hope. But the magic that brought you to our realm felt fickle. Okay, David. There is no guarantee you will return to your own realm. You might instead of be transported to a new strange world. Alright, ease up on the sunshine and daisies. You're going to scare Tallulah. Now I'm not scared of anything, bro. To be honest, hearing about magic is kind of awesome. We don't really have it where I'm from. Actually, unless you count the witch, witch talk girls who change, who charge their rose quartz as pillars under the full moon. How asinine real magic is nowhere near as base or trivial as that. It comes with a cost. Don't tell me it's like saps away some of your life force because that would be a huge bummer. Pretty. Yeah, that's exactly what it means. That's exactly what it means. Exactly what it means. I'm familiar with this term bummer, but you did unfortunately guess correctly. I was afraid of that. I was afraid of that. As an elf, my own lifespan is significantly longer, which is why I caution Nia against you going to alarm him with all this talk. You to stick to simple bite-sized pieces. And Tara, I could take it. I could take it. More than anything, I just want to know what to expect. Magic pearls aren't exactly my expertise. Yeah. I'll admit I have not seen strange magic such as what brought you to our realm, but you'll be all right. We'll ensure no agents of the Shadow Realm follow you through the portal. Yeah, you mentioned something about shadow people trying to get to the key. Yes, shadow magic corrupts all that it touches. Thankfully, most of it is kept locked away in the shadow realm, but some manage to slip into ours. Great. It's all so bizarre to me. Where I'm from, we just have the one realm, or that's what I thought. And yet here you are. Magic must exist in your realm on some level, or else you wouldn't be here. Then why me? I'm not some cool warrior or something. I'm just a bored 20 something with a dead end job. Well, magic is an agent of change. Perhaps it comes into your life because it came into your life because you desperately needed one. Yeah, yeah. Maybe to be honest, I was just looking for a book and got caught up in all this. But I like your explanation better. It makes it feel important in some cosmic way. Nia smiles at you, then takes your hand in hers, her eyes shining with determination. Gosh, she's cute. Yeah, she is. She's beautiful, gorgeous, magnificent. I believe it truly is important. I believe it truly is important that you are important. Never doubt that as you go on your journey. I will not, Nia. She's so pretty and sweet. Why do I feel like I could cry just looking at her? I have to admit, the concept of a world without magic is making my head hurt. My world has caused me my fair share of headaches too. Trust me. We're we're lent we lent on our tech. Relent? What? I'm gonna just say rely. We're reliable on our technology, electronics. Electronic devices are used to accomplish pretty much everything these days. By electronic devices, you mean cell phones, right? How do you explain a smartphone to a or we have these little metal rectangles called phones that we can use to communicate with each other. You can read books on them, play games, store photos, portraits. Oh, and we use them to navigate too. That seems needlessly complicated. Do your people not use maps? Not anymore. Not anymore, too. Not anymore. Nah, not really. We have a little voice in our phones that tell us when to turn left. Yeah, that's called a GPS. Well, I think it sounds incredibly useful. But how do all of those components fit inside such a small rectangle? I'm gonna be real with you, Nia. I actually have no idea how to answer that question. Ditto. Mel leans against a wall with his arms folded. He's giving you an appraising look. Okay, knife to your throat. What would you say is the most redeemable quality of that weird realm you come from? Yeah, ooh. Mm, Central Air. If it's not hot in your house or apartment, or some places let you blast cold air through every room in the place. That could be achieved with magic theoretically. Yeah, well, we have to make do with good old fashioned electricity. No magic wind gusts for us. Then where does the air come from? Space, I guess? The galaxy? Outside, in it's sucked in by an unit and gets cooled off before circulating through the house. How does it get cooled off? Jeez. By air conditioner? AC? To be straight up with you, I have no idea. Electricity seems to be the answer to all of your realm's problems. Yeah, pretty much. That's cause that's cause pretty much everything in our realm is powered by electricity. That sounds like elemental magic to me. I, huh? I guess it kind of does. Besides, what's why you never thought you'd miss home quite as much as you do, but resting your life will do that? Don't worry, Talewa. I'm sure you'll be returned to your room before long. Thanks, Nia. And you'll have a hell of a story to tell, though. I get the sense not many people will believe you. Yeah, there are, yeah. Yeah, not so much. Where I'm from, orcs and elves don't even exist. Only humans do. My condolences. Sounds boring. Hey now, we're not all so bad. If Telewa is an indication, the humans in his world must be interesting. That that almost sounded like a compliment. Are you telling me you don't think I'm a spy anymore? If you were, you'd be the worst spy I've ever encountered. You alright? Thank you! Finally! This has been a strange set of events, but I'm glad we could help you anyway. Particular set of skills. Trust me, it's very much appreciated. I won't forget what you all have done for me. Plus, you have a you have a hell of a story to tell that missing friend of yours once they resurface. In another timeline, in another world, I was stuck in the shuttle run for a year. I hadn't even thought about that. I can't wait to tell. The sudden sound of a heavy door opens, startling you. You turn to see. At least the door to the chamber has been opened quickly. You follow the others into a dank chamber with a pedestal at its center, and on the pedestal, finally, I thought it would be bigger, but okay. This is it, Tolo. Once that key is in your possession, you should be able to use it to traverse realms. You're sure it's okay to take it? It seems important. The key will make its way back to us when its use is no longer required, like a magic boomerang. Okay. Don't trouble yourself too much. We're usually up to our ears in weird magic artifacts. You approach the pedestal feeling really nervous and a little sad. It looks like my adventure is coming to an end already. You turn to look at your newfound friends, your new friends, before laying hands on the key. Miss y'all, don't forget about me. We couldn't if we tried, Len, right? Yeah, you've left quite the impression. With a final smile, you turn to reach for the key. Suddenly, the sound of a snarling monster hits your ears, followed by thundering footsteps. Oh, come on! Looks like we're out of time. You better grab the key, Talewa. We'll hold all the monsters. What? I can't just leave you. You can and you must. You can offer no. You can offer us no assistance in battle. We'll be alright, Talewa. Just go quickly. Your hand shakes as you reach out and snatch the golden key off the pedestal. Then, all at once, whoa! An older hallway comes rapidly into focus. You tumble through the portal. Then, because because nothing is ever easy, you're thrown from the hallway into somewhere else. Oh, you land on your ass in a dark space that's even more cramped than the shoebox you call an apartment. Did I do it? Did I make it back to the real world? I'm guessing from the sound of that music, no. I'm guessing we're in Cordonia, aka the Royal Romance. Come on, please. But the door to the closet, question mark, you're you're in suddenly creaks open. You squint against the bright, opulent lights. Yep. What the hell? A ballroom? You try to stagger to your feet, but a friendly looking man hurries over and extends a hand. Please tell me, is it Maxwell? Yes, it is. It is Maxwell. Godmode. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Long time to see. Long time to see. Are you okay? I just heard a big thud, and now, poof, here you are. And just for some kind of fantasy convention. Yeah, you would think it's kind of a long story, but I'm not here on purpose. I'm almost afraid to ask this, but where's our Izzy? Cordonia, the royal palace. The majesty to the ballroom, beautiful nobles in gorgeous gowns and sweeping across the floor as an orchestra plays. Welcome to the Cordonia Royal Palace. Dude, I love it. Love it.